welcome you all to the next question answer session. We have been doing this for almost 10 years since now, with one motto that awareness is the only thing that keeps the people in peace. Lack of awareness would never give clarity for the confusion what they have in their heads. So in order to avoid that confusion and come to a stage wherein they can lead a clear and happy lives, so we initiated with this question answer session. So I had been answering your questions from a pretty long time. In the process, as I knew what kind of questions are coming up from your side, it helped me in updating myself and learning about a lot of new things which I did not know before. Slowly understanding what kind of problems pop up in the minds of people. And that gave me a wonderful analysis wherein I could clearly analyze that all the problems that people are encountering today are encountering only because of improper thinking. If their thinking is not involved, I don't think that there is any kind of problem for anybody. All the problems what they are encountering in life are just because of not knowing how to think. Their mind is the biggest confusion for everyone. Their mind is thinking about all kind of things which trouble them the most. They're not able to think the right things. Probably it can be because of not feeding the right information, or it can be because of the negative things that the mind is fed with. But somehow thinking is the only thing, which is creating all the problem for every human being. So we just need to focus on how our mind is thinking in different situations. And once we learn how to handle our thinking, almost I think we can overcome our challenges greatly. That's wonderful. I was just talking to the students last week in the class, and I just started explaining them that why people are greedy for everything, why they want to finish off things instantly. So what makes them to look for instant success? So one thing I could clearly tell them was they look for greed because they feel that if they are successful in life, they are going to be free. They think that success is a destination. Once they reach that state, probably they are going to be free forever later in life. But that is not true, because success is never a destination. There is nothing that a human being can arrive in life. So there is no state in the life of a man wherein someone can say that he is successful. Success is only a journey. And in the process of the journey, we need to enjoy it. So success, when we define success as a journey, so what makes us to lead a successful life would be this. So it's all about empowering our skills, gaining our abilities to greatness, and leading a happy and peaceful life. Okay? So that's wonderful, friends. So let me get into my questions. So it's a question from Zahid Ali. Sir, why does God always test us every difficult way? It's not that God is testing us. It's not that God is putting us in every difficult way. See, we move towards shortcuts in life. We look towards shortcuts. We want instant success. I was just talking about this only a few minutes back. Everyone wants to become successful because they think that success is a destination. If they attain this, they are going to be happy always. Like a student who is studying 10th class thinks that 10th class is everything, and he tries to work hard with it. But once he completes his 10th class, he realizes that, the education process is not going to end. It is going to still continue. So he has to do the same thing with intermediate. Then he has to do the same thing with higher education, whether it is graduation, post-graduation, whatever it is. And then he has to do the same thing with job. Then he has to do the same thing with updating knowledge. Then he has to do the same thing with realizing a lot of information. In all this process, try to understand this, education never ends. You can never tell that, okay, education has come to a standstill. So once you reach this state, you are happy forever. That is not there. That will never be there even. You need to understand this. So success is only a journey. Education continues. That will be there forever. See, most of the people who join this institute will come with a perspective that they'll have an interview once they complete their education. In the process of the interview, they need to communicate in English. And if they can communicate in English comfortably, okay, then they're going to complete the interview. Once they complete the interview, they're going to be happy always. No, it's not like that. The communication part will be there for lifetime always. And the work that we need to put in order to enhance our communication skill is a continuous process. And probably we'll be thinking that if there is a problem, if I solve this problem, I'm going to be a happy person always. No, it's not like that. Problems keep coming. So first, try to understand that success is not a journey. Success is not a destination. It is a journey. So every ability, every skill must be developed. Whatever that is needed for us in life, okay, everything that is needed for us in life. Let us say our mother needs to cook food. And that is a continuous thing all through her life. She has to cook all through her life. When she has to cook all through her life, the only way to become a wonderful, the only way to make it a wonderful experience is learning to cook the best. Developing our ability to the greatest. So I hope you are understanding this. See, for example, I am a communication skill trainer. The only way wherein I enjoy training communication skills is developing skill over training communication skills and having a great command over the language. See, if you are a goldsmith who is going to create some wonderful ornaments with gold, you must be expertised in that. So if you are a speaker, you must be expertised in that. If you are a typist, you must be expertised in that. Okay. If you are a writer, you must be expertised in that. If you are a designer, you must be expertised in that. Whatever the work we are going to do, if we are skillful, perfect in that particular area, only then you will have a great experience of life. Because work never comes to a halt. We need to understand this. But people think that once we reach this state, probably if they get promotion, if they get this position, if they become a lecturer, if you become this, that and all, okay, they'll be happy always in life. That is not true. Success is a journey. You need to understand it. So, Jahid Ali, just check once, okay? Are you not looking for shortcuts in everything that you are doing? Are you really looking forward for developing every ability that is to be developed in doing an activity? If you are truly developing an ability to do every activity that is to be done, then I think, okay, you will not have any problem in life. But the problem comes to people because they look for shortcuts. In the process of looking for shortcuts, they never develop their abilities. As they don't develop their abilities, they are challenged. It is their creation only. It's not the creation of anyone around them. It is their creation. See, let's presume if my wife does not know how to cook, so she has to cook 3 times a day, and every time she's going for cooking, it's a nightmare for her. So she is having a kind of frustration within her, wherein she doesn't know will the people enjoy eating it or not. If they don't enjoy, what is going to happen? How they are going to respond? So this will be there in her continuously. So the only way to overcome that is developing an ability to cook wonderfully. But people don't learn or people don't develop that ability because ability does not come instantly. It needs consistent effort. You need to put Work on that every day. See, if communication ability is going to come for anyone with a shortcut, then I think everyone is going to be a good communicator on this earth. So that's not going to come instantly in anyone's life. If at all, if it has to come, the only way wherein we can develop an ability is doing it consistently. For example, if we can take Sachin Tendulkar, he practices every ball for more than 10,000 times. We came to know that, okay, Michael Jackson practices every step for 3 to 4 hours. That is probably he must be doing more than 10-20,000 times. So everyone who learns traditional dance of Bharatanatyam or Kuchipudi, when their master teaches them a movement, okay, how it has to be made, they make this move or they make this movement or practice this movement for more than 20,000 times, 30,000 times. There are people who practice it for more than 40,000 times also. Even Bruce Lee narrated the same statement, right? He said that I'm not afraid of people who has practiced I'm not afraid of people who can give me 10,000 varieties of kicks. But I'm definitely afraid of people who has practiced one kick for 10,000 times. So, Michelangelo was once asked, okay, how could you design this church? How he painted the roof of Sistine Chapel Church. And everyone who looked at the roof of that church, okay, felt that it was a miracle. So everyone asked him, okay, how could you do this? So Michelangelo said that if you knew how hard I worked, you never say that it's a miracle. So everyone who developed an ability to do something wonderfully has developed that ability by consistent effort, okay, working on it every day, practicing it step by step, step by step, step by step. See, for example, if I have to make my mind to think in a right manner, I'm not going to enhance that in a day. So if I today think that, okay, my mind has to think rightly, and if I start working on it today, it's not that by tomorrow I'm going to get it, okay. Discipline cannot be cultivated in one day. Good habits cannot be cultivated in one day. Positive thinking cannot be cultivated in one day. So doing any ability, doing anything, okay, cannot be cultivated in one day. See, Warren Buffett is a wonderful investor in stock market. He gets around 250 crore every day. But doesn't mean that he developed this ability all in one day. No, Ali, okay. Warren Buffett used to read 600 to 1,000 papers of information every day for years together. Even today he reads 600 to 8,000 papers of information every day in order to update his knowledge about stock market. As he's updating his knowledge about stock market, he is able to deliver or he is able to invest money rightly in stock market. As he is able to invest money rightly in stock market, he is getting that returns. Who has created success instantly? See, Sachin Tendulkar, once he wanted to become a great cricketer, he went to his father and said that I want to choose cricket as my profession, as my life. I want to be for the rest of my life as a cricketer. His father said, fine, because it was the days when nobody was taking sports or music as a profession. So they just used to do it as a part-time thing, but nobody has taken it as a lifetime profession. But Sachin wanted to take playing cricket as a lifetime profession. His father thought for a while and said that, fine, go on. But see that you will not look for shortcuts. If you are looking for shortcuts, then I'm telling that you are going to be a failure. All the successful people, okay, whoever have created success in life, they are the people who consistently worked on their abilities, developed their abilities, made themselves skillful personalities, and being a skillful personality, they are celebrating their lives. They never looked for shortcuts. So their abilities are a part of their life. They keep doing it. So don't look for shortcuts in anything for that reason. See, a student thinks of getting first rank in the class. Wonderful. If he has to get a first rank, okay, at least he has to set a target of 2 to 5 years, wherein he has to list out all his drawbacks. What are his drawbacks? So first, okay, he's making spelling mistakes. His handwriting is not good. He's not able to put full stops, commas, okay, semicolons, all these things in right order. So he's not able to follow grammatical structures. Fine. He's not good in mathematics. He's not good in science. He's not good in presentation skills. He's not having a wonderful handwriting. Okay. He's not strong in mathematics. He's not strong in doing problems. He's not an updated version in technology. So like this, there may be a lot of drawbacks, okay, what he can list out. So probably there may be 10 things, okay, which he's lacking in. So he has to update everything, right? He has to get strong in everything. He has to develop every ability. He has to improve his handwriting. He has to improve his spellings. He has to improve his presentation skill. He has to be strong in mathematics. He has to be good in understanding science. He has to be good in understanding the subject. Everything. He has to be updated with knowledge. He must be recollecting information. He must be applying the knowledge wherever that is needed. So when he overcomes all the drawback what he has, so probably 10 drawbacks he's having, if he overcomes all the drawbacks, okay, then he'll come to a stage wherein he's going to secure first rank. And he'll continue that first rank all through his life. But people look for shortcut. They don't want to solve all these things, but still they want first class. And they don't get it. And they start worrying and saying that, okay, God is testing me and life is very difficult for me. So it's not like that. Try to understand this. A fellow who is excess weight, if he has to reduce his weight, okay, he has to at least do physical exercise and he has to take care of his diet for a year at least, a year or two. But nobody works for a year or two so that he'll definitely reduce his weight. But hardly he just walks for a few days and just has some diet control for some time and then starts looking into his weight and he's not happy with the progress that has happened and immediately comes up with a version that is not going to work. This is a failure concept. He's not putting efforts in that and he'll be looking forward for shortcuts wherein he sees some advertisement which says that take this pills, you're going to reduce your weight. You take this tea, you're going to reduce your weight. You use this machinery, use this belt, okay. You use this, go for this surgery, that surgery. This is going to create a weight loss in you greatly. And people rush to that looking out for shortcuts. You tell me one way wherein people are not looking for shortcuts. Something that is to be done all through our life. See, we want to be ethical in the sense we want to be happy and peaceful. So if you want to be happy and peaceful, all we need to do is only one thing, okay? We are not supposed to tell lies. We are supposed to be honest. Okay, we need to keep up our promises. So we should not think negatively. Okay, and we should not exhibit arrogance or ego in our life. Probably 5 things let us take. If we are able to involve ourselves into these 5 things, if we are able to follow these 5 things, then we are going to be in peace. But we never follow these principles. We never implement these ideas. We never go with these concepts. Without going with these concepts, without implementing these ideas, without executing all this information, all we want in life is we want to be happy. We want to be peaceful. So we never have a control over thoughts. We never have a control over our communication. When we are not having a control over our thoughts, over our communication, then just think, okay, how we are going to become a good communicator. So people want to develop their communication skills all of a sudden. They want to be a fantastic speaker. Whatever they speak, okay, people should applaud and people should fall in love with them and their communication. How it is going to happen? He has to check every word that is coming out of his mouth. When he starts checking every word that is coming out of his mouth, okay, then he slowly transforms it. He has to stand in the shoes of the other person and think, how would that person feel if I speak like this? You have to check every word that is coming out of you. So is there anyone who is checking their communication like that? So consistently you need to feed your mind with positive information. When you feed your mind with positive information and when you consistently check, see, you have to maintain hours and hours of silence. So when you strictly follow silence, your mind starts thinking. See, when you strictly follow silence, what happens is, you will have an urge to talk, but you cannot speak. So in the process, what happens? You want to speak, but there is an urge for you to speak, but you don't have an option to speak. Now what exactly happens is, you have kept your mouth shut. Now you start thinking. So what do you think? Is it important that I should speak this? If it is important, I should not forget this. I should not forget this means he keeps on recollecting that, okay? Thinking about that. I should not forget this. I should tell it. I should tell this again and again. But most of the cases, if there are 100 things that we really want to speak, when we keep our mouth shut and start thinking, 99% of the things drop away. We feel that it's not a big issue even if we don't tell them. Whether we tell it or not, it is not going to make much difference. And in the process, we drop 99 things. When we stop talking 99 things, there will be only one thing which we feel that it is mandatory to speak. And we speak it. I hope you're understanding this. So, you need to maintain mauna. See, you know, Ramana Maharshi never used to speak. So he used to always keep silent because he never wanted to utter a word by mistake. And if at all, if he is going to speak, okay, he used to speak thinking a lot over that. And that's how they made their communication very effective. Communication is not about speaking continuously, but communication is all about speaking the right things, knowing what to speak, how to speak, when to speak. Just by communicating, we should not create a confusion in the minds of other person more and more. And this is what we need to understand. So, when we develop every ability that is to be developed, when we inculcate discipline in our life, when you build character, when you develop the right behavior, when you develop honesty, when you are truthful, when you are keeping up your promises, so when you are righteous, when you maintain integrity, okay, when you have courage and confidence, confidence in your mind and courage in your heart, when you take risks, when everything positive is going on in your life step by step, step by step, step by step, then sure, I can say that, okay, you will not be tested by God. Just because you are looking for shortcuts, you're not updating the things, or you're not trying to know the things what you need to know. Say a fellow keeps worrying that he's not getting a job. And he wants a job without becoming eligible for that. If he's strong in his communication, if he's strong in his attitude, if he's strong in his technical skill, I think companies are desperately looking out for employees. And if he's not getting a job, he's not getting a job just because, okay, he's not strong in his communication, he's strong in his attitude, and he's not strong in his technical skills. Understand this? I hope you are understanding this. If he's strong enough, okay, why is he not preferred in an organization? No company wants to push out an employee, okay, who is efficient enough to handle things. If company is trying to push off an employee, he is trying to push off because the company is trying to push him off just because he is not eligible for that. So don't look for shortcuts, Ali, okay? Try to inculcate, try to develop. See, you learned ABC. Was there a shortcut to develop ABC? You learned words, okay? Was there a shortcut to develop words? You learned communication. You learned walking. You learned running, okay? Was there a shortcut for that? You have grown to a certain height today. Probably you may be 12 years or 15 years today. So how did you come to the height what you are today? Was there a shortcut? If your father started feeding you all the food that you are going to eat in 10-15 years, so if he has fed you in 1 week, okay, are you going to become a person of 15 years? I don't think absolutely. There is no shortcut for that. The only way wherein you can enhance any particular skill in life is this. So that is, you have to inculcate it step by step. There are no shortcuts for anything. And if you are not looking for shortcuts in any part of your life, okay, then I don't think that you will never have any kind of issues. All the issues that the man has created in life, he has created just because he looked for shortcuts. In anything, he wants everything to be comfortable. See, He wants very good relations. He wants very good family. He wants wonderful children. See, my son is not pretty good in studies. I'm not able to create him as a magical man in 1 month or 2 months, okay? It's a long effort. I need to work at least 3 to 4 years on him, okay, in order to bring him to a comfortable position. It's not an instant process. Nobody follows the right strategies. Nobody works on certain problems what they have consistently. So they never overcome it. Not overcoming it, they think that they are having a lot of issues. They are having a lot of problems. That option is not there in life, Ali, okay? The only way when you can handle things in life is this. You have to develop every ability that is to be developed. When Chanda Kochava was asked, okay, how could he create that humongous success wherein she was getting about 8 crore a year, 8 crore a month, sorry, creating a salary package to be somewhere about 94 to 100 crore in 1 year. She said that I developed every ability that the job demands. I developed every ability, every skill that the job demands. How much patience she must have. She never looked for shortcuts in anything, okay. She started working everything step by step, step by step, step by step, bit by bit, bit by bit. And when you do it, automatically you're not going to have any issue. See, next time, whenever you feel that God is testing you, God is giving you a lot of difficulties and making you to suffer, okay, list all the areas, okay, wherein God is making you to suffer. So list all that and check, okay, where you are lacking in abilities, what ability you are lacking. Because of lacking what ability, okay, you are having challenges in life. See, I started updating all the abilities what I had or what I needed, okay, in order to lead a comfortable life. Okay, so once I mastered all the abilities step by step, step by step, step by step, okay, automatically I did not encounter any kind of problem. Now I'm able to handle every problem that is there. I don't feel that God is testing me now. I don't feel that God is testing me now. God has given me 100% liberty or freedom in order to create what kind of life I want to create. My life is my creation. God has everything in His control, but not the mind. He just gave it to you to create the life of your choice. But only thing is, you want shortcuts in everything. I mean, everyone wants shortcut in everything. And as they want shortcut in everything, okay, they are encountered by problems. Looking for, they want others to speak the truth. They don't want others to communicate facts. But they want others to communicate in a manner the other person feels happy. They are not ready for the reality. They are not ready for the truth. They want to be in a fantasy state wherein they will be feeling that, okay, I am the best, I am wonderful, I am the best, I am the greatest, like this. So in this case, okay, straightforwardness or expressing the truth may be a difficult thing for the other person to handle it. But one thing, okay, straightforwardness doesn't mean that you have to go and bluntly tell the negative quality what the other person has. Okay. See, when you're talking about something good about somebody, okay, speak in public. Tell to everyone. Speak wherever you want to. But if it is not a positive quality, if it is a negative quality, okay, you can be straightforward, but you can be straightforward only when you are in private with them. When you're not in a public. So when you speak about someone, okay, see, like once I was in an institute and I was guided by master saying that, okay, you don't have right to talk about negatives of others. You only have the right to speak good of others. You don't have the right to talk negative of others. So when you start speaking negative of others, okay, you create a lot of problem. So don't talk anything negative about a person in front of others. If at all you want to be straightforward and tell others that this is a mistake what they are doing, first cross-check yourself. So think about it 5 to 10 times. So see if you're really perfect in analyzing, okay, what the other person is doing. When you're pretty cool about it, okay, when you're pretty sure about it, okay, then tell it, and tell it in private, okay? Don't tell it bluntly that you're wrong in this. This is not the way it is to be done. But you can tell it humbly that I don't think that you have done it right. So you need to check it. This is going to create some kind of problem in you. See, just before this question, I was answering one of the questions asked by Ali, when he said that why God tests us always, okay? So in that particular situation, I started telling him, okay, see, for example, a person does not go for physical exercise every day. He does not involve himself into walking or jogging or doing some kind of physical exercise every day. As he doesn't involve into physical exercise, he gets some health issues. So once he gets health issues, okay, he says that God is testing him. And that's absolutely wrong. A fellow eats all the junk, okay, never maintains any kind of proper diet, okay. He eats everything that is available before him, whatever that satisfies his tongue. And later he suffers from some health issues and says that my God is testing me. And that is not true. So he is looking forward for shortcuts. If he is involving himself into exercising himself every day, then I don't think that he has any challenge with his health. This you need to understand. I hope you're pretty clear about this. Okay. So you can be straightforward. You can tell the problem of others, but you tell it in private. Don't bluntly project it. Most of the times we tell about the negatives of others so that we want to prove that we are greater than others. So don't be like that, okay? So if you can speak about the negative qualities of others in private, when no one is watching them, when no one is there around you, and that too telling in a humble manner. So I was telling Ali the same thing, okay. So God is not testing you, but the problem is with you. Almost every question a person asks, okay, I have to come up with a negative quality what they are having within them. And in telling that negative quality, I am trying to be humble and gentle. I'm not like saying that I'm blunt on them, okay. I'm just trying to humbly say them that they have to. So because I told, right, every ability is to be developed, okay. When we are not developing any ability, automatically we are going to encounter challenges because of that. See, if you can take my life itself, okay, I was good. I was not so bad, okay, I was good. I used to do certain mistakes, but I was good in most of the issues, okay. There may be one or two areas wherein my mind was not thinking properly. I was having some negative kind of thinking and all. But I used to think that as I'm good in most of the areas, probably 90 to 95 or 99% of the areas, one or two things are not going to hurt me much, are not going to trouble me much. But later I discovered that even if I have one negative quality within me, that is going to have an impact on my life. I need to rectify everything. I need to develop every positive quality that is to be developed. I can't be a peaceful, happy human being with even one negative quality. So let's presume, okay, your feet are completely free, only there is one thorn in it. So with one thorn in your feet, okay, there are not 100 thorns, only one thorn is there. With one thorn it, okay, can you walk comfortably? You can't. So if you have to walk comfortably, you have to take off all the thorns. The same thing is with human life. So you have to rectify out everything. So you can be straightforward, but you need to take care of the situation where you are talking about it. So you communicate about that in private. Don't speak in the public. I too talk about the negatives of people, but I try to talk about the negatives of people in private, personally, sitting with them when nobody is watching them. Because everything is to be rectified. So, but if you are pointing out the same thing in the public and telling it to everyone, okay, then it becomes a problem for others. They can't take it because their ego gets hurt and they develop a kind of arrogance wherein they'll not be listening to you. So you can be straightforward and you must be straightforward and you must be ready to tell what is right. See, just because in the association of Ravana, everyone is to say whatever Ravana is doing, that is right. But Vibhishana, his own brother, was not like that. He said that what you are doing is wrong. That's not the way. So all your ministers are telling that what you are doing is right because they are afraid. that you may kick them out of this. So because of that fear, they all know that what you're doing is wrong, but they're not ready to tell it. Because they think that, okay, let us speak in a manner what the other person wants. When we speak in a manner what the other person wants, okay, he likes us, things will go comfortable. But that is going to damage the entire life of you. And Ravana did not listen to what Vibhishana is saying. He was straightforward, he was telling the truth. And that is the reason why Ravana is no more. Most of the people don't like to listen the truths because it hurts them. See, one thing, we don't like when the other person is communicating something negative about us. So why we don't like when the other person is communicating something negative about us? Because what they are telling is truth. We can't take it. See, simple. We get angry when someone speaks something to us because they know the truth now. వాళ్ళకి నిజం తెలిసిపోయింది. ఆ నిజాన్ని వాళ్ళు కమ్యూనికేట్ చేస్తున్నారు. That hurts us. See, someone said that I happened to steal someone's purse because I found a lot of money in that. I stole the purse of somebody. Let's presume like that. See, yesterday I was traveling to Tirupati and we've got some berth and we tried to sleep there. So when we went for sleep, okay, we found the purse of a person. So realizing that that person is going to again come back to that seat as his purse is there, we just kept away from that. We did not sleep in that particular place. Because if we sleep there, okay, when the other person comes and checks it, and even if he finds that, okay, probably there's some notes are missing, that creates a lot of disturbance in him. So I did not want to do that. Probably, let us presume that I stole his purse. Okay, I hid it somewhere. And now the fellow has come and he started saying that my purse is stolen. And in the process, I escaped. Let us presume that someone in the other seat has watched me stealing this. And I'll be very angry if that fellow points it out. Because he knows the truth. So we are not happy with the communication of someone because they are speaking the truth. Truth cannot be taken easily. Truth hurts us. But a lie always keeps us comfortable. But in lie, we are not going to be happy in future. We cannot create our future. So we need to walk the path of truth. We need to follow the truth. When we follow the truth alone, we will be happy. So be truthful. Tell the right thing to others. There is no problem in telling the right thing to others. You can happily tell the right thing to others. So tell what is right, what is good. But if it is a negative communication about the other person, okay, tell it in private, that's it. Nothing else than this. Okay. So thank you so much, Pyari. And of course, okay, the other person may not be interested in receiving negative information from us because their ego gets hurt, their arrogance gets hurt, okay. So in the process, they don't want to listen about the truth, but they have to realize it someday or the other, right? If they realize it right now, they are going to be happy from the next moment, okay? If they're not going to realize it right now, they are going to struggle with that. The struggle does not leave them until and unless they leave the struggling area. So until and unless I take off the thorn that is there in my foot, I don't think that I'm going to be happy every time I walk. I hope you understand this. Be straightforward. Tell the truth. There's nothing wrong in that. But only condition is this. If it is a negative content, tell it in private. Don't tell it in public. Don't tell to anyone that this is like this, she's like this, she behaves like this is not good. Don't talk to anyone. Never tell it in public, never tell to others. If it is a good thing about a person, okay, tell to everyone. But if it is a negative thing about others, okay, never talk to others. Never talk to others. And if at all, if you want to talk, you can talk to only that person, okay, about whom you are talking negative. And that too in private. That's it. Nothing else than that, Pyari, okay? Take care of that. Good evening, Raidu. Thank you so much for your question, man. Anandam, Santosham, Samtrupti. ఈ మూడు పదాలు అర్థం ఒకటేనా సార్? No, So like santosham is happiness. So joy is anandam, okay? Having extra happiness. It's a higher intensity of happiness, that's it. But satisfaction is something different. Okay. That's a quality that we need to develop in life. See, almost today most of the people are suffering in their lives for one simple reason. What is that simple reason is this? They're not happy with what they have. They want something else. Okay? Why they want something else? Because they think that, okay, by achieving that, they are going to be happy. So they're never happy with whatever they have. But they're not realizing the truth. I was just telling you, right? They're not knowing the truth. So let's presume we have a mind that desires for something or the other. Okay? So once we create a desire in our mind, we start chasing for it. So once we start chasing for it, what happens? Once we start chasing our desires, okay, the end result will be in two ways. One, we achieve that desire or we attain that desire. So we are happy for some time. We don't attain that desire, we suffer. Okay? Pain happens in life because things are not happening the way we want them. That is, our desires are not fulfilled. But let us presume, okay, our desire got fulfilled. So are we going to be happy always later? The happiness we get out of achieving a desire is only a short-lived thing. Our mind comes up with a bigger desire than that. Once we achieve a desire, then our mind comes up with a strategy wherein it puts a bigger desire in front of us. See, a person who is very poor thinks that if he makes around 1 lakh rupees in a year, he is going to be a happy person. But once he attains, lo and behold, okay, to that position wherein he is earning 1 lakh rupees, okay, is he happy? Probably he's happy temporarily, okay, but immediately he comes up with a bigger desire wherein he wants to earn 2 lakh rupees. A person who is riding a bicycle will have a bigger desire of a bike. And once he gets a bike, okay, he will have a bigger desire of a car. And once he gets a car, okay, he'll have a bigger desire of a bigger car. See, my brother, my cousin, recently purchased a car. In only 1 or 2 months, I suppose, okay, he was saying that, okay, it's not the small car what we have to purchase. He purchased Nexon, I suppose, which was worth around 12 lakh rupees, okay. 12 lakhs is a pretty big amount. But he was saying that, okay, we have to purchase a bigger end car. It's MG Hector or something like that, okay, Innova, which is 20 plus lakhs. Then, okay, we are going to be happy. So immediately his desire shifted to a bigger one. So your mind never settles. It always seeks more. So we need to be happy with what we have. When we are happy with what we have, when we are contented with what we have, then we can work and attain what we don't have in life. But most of the people are not happy or satisfied with what they have. See, there may be a person who has a color television. So now he wanted an updated version of the television. He purchased a bigger television. Then he wants a still bigger television. Probably he had 20 inches one, now he wants 30 inches, then he wants 40 inches, then he wants 60 inches, then he wants 100 inches. Probably his desire never settles. But for a contented fellow who is happy with what he is having, or a satisfied fellow, even if he is having a black and white TV, he says that, okay, I'm very happy with what I have. What else I want? I can see what I want to see. And I'm the happy person on this. That is a satisfied person. So we need to cover our body with some clothes. When we have some decent clothes, that's a wonderful thing. But just try to understand, okay, with how many pairs of clothes? Probably you must have seen many women, okay, purchasing hundreds and hundreds of saris, okay, because their desire never settles. Mind always wants more. How much ever you earn, okay. See, people have hundreds of crores, thousands of crores, even lakhs of crores, okay, but still they are still in the process of earning more and more money. They want to make more and more money, more and more money, okay. So they are going in a manner, okay, wherein they can never settle with some price, saying that this is it. Once I get this, I'm not going to work on making money. Then I'm going to use my life for what I can say, a devotional or spiritual aspect, wherein I improve my health and live in the devotion of the God, saying, expressing my gratitude for what all He has done to me. No, this is not happening with anyone. Everyone is trying to expand. He earns, okay, and suddenly dies one day. And all that he has earned, okay, becomes a free property for someone. As he has got it freely without much effort, okay, that fellow becomes an idiot. So, first, learn to be happy, contented, satisfied with what you have. Accept what you are. See, just accept whatever it is. This is what I am. This is where I am. If I'm poor, accept it. If I'm black, accept it, okay. If I'm short, accept it. If I'm dull, accept it. If I'm fat, accept it. So financial condition, communication, whatever it is, okay, just accept what you are and be happy with what you are. So once you are happy with what you are, then you can work and build things. But if you're not happy with what you are, if you're not contented with what you are, now what happens? You are in a kind of worry. When you are in a kind of worry, when you are in a kind of disturbance, when you are in a kind of suffering, then you are not going to do anything in order to improve your life. So be happy. Okay, so happiness and joy is a higher intensity of happiness, but satisfaction, so it is getting contented with what you have. See, probably I always think that for me a home is a place wherein I can sleep comfortably and get fresh in the morning and rush to my workplace. That's all. So if I'm provided with a place wherein I can sleep comfortably and wherein I can get fresh, at a place to sit and eat, okay, that's a wonderful house for me. Even if it is of half a cent, I think that's going to do justice for me. So I don't want to be in a big palace which is of 10 floors or 20 floors, okay, with hundreds of rooms and thousands of servants. It makes no sense for me. So a contented man, a happy man is a satisfied man is a happy man always. And happiness is an outcome of destroying the desire what you have. That is what Gautama Buddha said, okay. The only way to be happy is killing the desire that you have within you. See, that's what even Alexander said, right? After conquering half of the world, he declared to the world that I'm a biggest failure, because after conquering half of the world also, he is not happy. He is not happy because his mind is not settling. His mind wants something more. So now he thought that even if I conquer the whole world, mind is going to come up with a bigger desire. So by achieving desires, I'm not going to be happy. How can I be happy? By destroying the desire, by destroying the force that is creating that desire within me, I can be happy. I hope you understood this. That's it. The next part of your question is మాతృహృదయంను మాతృప్రేమను ఎలా అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి, సర్వజీవరాశుల్ని ఎలా చూడాలి. See, mother's love is one thing, okay. Mother never looks into the negative qualities of anyone. So you may be doing a lakh mistakes, okay, thousands of mistakes, okay, but mother is not going to look out into any negative quality in you. Mother never behaves in a manner wherein she looks into any negative quality. See, let us presume like this, Raidu. You have seen a negative quality in others. So once you see a negative quality in others, you judge them. So once you judge them, you hate them. Once you hate them, okay, you develop some kind of negativity within them. Hatred, once it enters our mind, okay, it brings all the negative emotions. We come up with anger, irritation, jealousy, frustration. Okay, a lot of negative emotions comes into picture. In all this negative emotional state, okay, you're never going to be happy in that relation. So we should never come up to a stage wherein we hate somebody. But understand this carefully. So there are a lot of things what a person hates. There are a lot of people whom they hate also. So once we have hatred within us, we are going to have a lot of challenges in life. So we are not supposed to hate. But check once, okay, aren't we hating so many? Aren't we hating a lot of things? But mother never does this. Mother never hates anyone, okay? Mother loves everyone. Mother never looks into the negative qualities of anyone. A child does a lot of mistakes, but mother never points out any mistake. She never remembers any mistake. She never communicates that mistake. She never treats his son remembering that mistake in life. So let us say, I cheated you. Okay. So every time I come and see you, the first thing you remember is, Venu sir cheated me. Venu sir cheated me. So when you start thinking about the cheating, what I've done to you, you are judging me. You are having a kind of hatred towards me. And with that hatred, okay, you can never communicate anything good with me. But a mother is cheated thousands of times. Probably she'll be deceived, okay, thousands of times by her children. But she never looks at children from the attitude that the other one has cheated, from the attitude that the other one deceived her. I hope you're understanding. So mother always looks at the other person with love. So don't have any kind of negative thought towards anyone. People will do mistakes. People will cheat us. People will trouble us. People communicate negative about us. People behave negative with us. It's all their immaturity. They're not understanding why they are doing all this. They don't know why they are communicating like that. So their mind is making them to communicate like that. So in the process, they are not realizing the reality. So don't look into any negative quality of others, okay? Just to start loving everything and everyone, okay, as they are. They might have cheated you, they might have deceived you, they might have talked negative about you, they might have spoken ill of you, whatever it is, okay, but don't have a negative thought about them. Don't hate them in any situation, in any circumstance, okay? Then sure enough, I'm going to tell you, okay, you're going to be a mother, okay? You're going to look at this world as a mother. So once you look at this world as a mother, you're able to forgive everyone. Okay, you're not going to look into any negative qualities of others. You don't remember any person with the negative quality. That is what Andrew Carnegie said. Every person is like a gold mine. So when we go digging for gold, we always focus on gold, but not on dirt. In a similar manner, every person is like a gold mine, wherein there are a few positive qualities within him like gold, and there are a lot of negative qualities like dirt. So, but what is that we want when we go digging for gold? Is it gold or dirt? So as we are getting tons and tons of dirt, okay, do we come with a proposal that, okay, I want dirt? No. You are looking for gold. In a similar manner, always look for positive qualities in others. So even if you find one positive quality, look at that person with that positive quality. Every time you remember, every time you talk, every time you stay with him, okay, so just look into that one positive quality and start communicating with them. Don't judge him. Don't hate him. Then you will have the heart and mind of a mother. So that is what loving unconditionally is. However the other person is, okay, you always look into the positive qualities in them and start loving them always. I hope you understood, right? Okay. Thank you so much for that. Nizam, thank you, man. After a pretty long time, okay, I have a question from you. It excites me to answer your question, okay? Thank you so much for your question. Hope you are doing great. So with your new place and new arena of students, hope you are enjoying good with your students. How do we keep rediscovering ourselves and keep inspiring students around us? First, develop love towards what you're doing, okay? Make it a number one priority. Realize that God has chosen you for this profession. So once you accept that profession as a God's choice, wherein He wants you to do it, okay, for the benefit of the society. And once you love the profession what you are doing, and once you make the profession a number one priority, everything should come next. Let it be family, relations, friends, relatives, whatever it is, okay, money, prosperity, aspirations, attitudes, whatever it is, okay, everything should become secondary. When it comes to the profession, it must be the most prior one. So when your profession becomes the priority, Okay, and when you realize 100% that, okay, it's the God's choice towards you, and when you truly love it, okay, then automatically you start focusing entirely on improving yourself, because the more and more you improve, the more and more you rediscover, the more and more you improve. Rediscovering yourself is knowing what you are. Okay, when you discover yourself, you start changing. Okay, if there is a negative thing within you, you try to convert it into positive thing. So that's how you rediscover yourself. Okay, and more positive you become. Okay, more and more better you become in your profile. So once, see, for example, let's presume like this. Okay, so you've got married and you have a beautiful daughter. Okay, and you love your daughter so much. When you love your daughter so much, okay, you want her to be happy always, in any situation, whatever may be the circumstance that's happening around you, you want her to be happy. In order to see her happy, okay, you try to do everything you can do. See, today I was there in Sai College, okay, for a reunion function of some 2009 and 2012 batch or something like of MCA students. Okay, I was there with them for almost 4-5 hours. So when I went there, I felt as if I was seeing my children. Probably I taught them for 3 years, and I felt very happy seeing them, okay, in very good profiles today. And that happiness was an outcome of what I've done to them. So when we love people so much, when we work so much for others, okay, when we realize that we are there to serve others completely, because they are immatured, okay, they don't know what the fact is. See, a person may come to our institute and say that, okay, I want the entire course for just 1500 or 2000 rupees. They don't know the value of our course, okay. They don't know how much importance this course is for them. As they don't know the value of this course, okay, they may ask for it. But you're not supposed to be arrogant towards them, okay. We need to understand that. We need to analyze their position, and we have to go for it. So first, love your profession. Okay, love your profession. Make it your number one priority. Nothing should come bigger to it. And realize that it's a God chosen profile. Then you will be focused towards empowering yourself, because when you empower yourself, when you transform yourself alone, you can do justice to the student sitting before you. Because just see, if you rediscover yourself, if you transform yourself, you have an opportunity to transform the lives of hundreds of people around you. And once you transform yourself to greatness, so being honest, being truthful, keeping up your promises, so developing your integrity. So integrity is all about whatever may be the circumstance you are in, okay, you need to stick to your words and move forward in life. Then I surely say that with these positive qualities within you, you can influence the life of everyone who's sitting in front of you. Transforming lives needs our transformation first. Without creating a formula, there is no way wherein we can, okay, come up with thousands of products. So first we create a formula, then we create the produce. In a similar manner, that's one perception you need to look out for. Okay. So that's it. Okay, love what you are doing. I didn't know that God wanted me to do this, because I never thought of becoming a communication skill trainer. But God chose me, and God wanted me to help many people in this particular arena. And once I made this my number one priority and started working on it continuously, okay, He started guiding me. He started giving me everything, okay. He started making me change everything. He started making me undergo different challenges wherein I could learn a lot of lessons, okay. And through that challenges, through that circumstances, okay, through the lessons what I've learned, I could become a better human being. And once I became a better human being, okay, I could start guiding people, okay, with betterment. So all you need is focus an interest to do something, Nizam, and you get that focus when you give number one priority for what you are doing. You remember Karolita Kazoke. So when he lost his right hand, what was his number one priority? Practicing his left hand. When Sachin Tendulkar chose to be a cricketer, what was his priority? Dhoni, what was his priority? Narendra Modi, what was his priority? Anyone, okay, whom you consider something great today, what is their priority? It's their work. That's it. So when nothing else, okay, comes in that situation, I think you handle it. Okay. So love your profession. Fine. Make it a number one priority. Realize that God has chosen you for that. Then you get your focus on that. When you get your focus on that, you drive all your energy and time towards it. When you drive all your energy and time towards it, okay, you start updating yourself. You start knowing yourself. You start observing yourself. In what area am I wrong? In what area I need rectification, okay? In what area I have to improve myself, okay? So like, even if you have one negative quality within you, like you cannot do that to students. You cannot tell that to students. So let's say if I'm telling lies, okay, I cannot stand before students and say that you should speak truth. If I'm not honest, okay, I cannot stand before students and say that you should be honest. If I'm not disciplined, I can never stand before students and say that you should be disciplined. So in any situation, try to understand one particular thing, that without we developing every positive quality within us, we are not going to tell it to anyone, because every time we are uttering that word, okay, a thought strikes in us and says that, array, you are not truthful, you are not disciplined, you never get up, you never keep up your promise, you cheat others, you deceive others, you break your promises. So then how you are going to tell to others that this must be like this? See, without me working consistently every day for almost 8 to 10 hours, how can I ask anyone to work for 8 to 10 hours? Without me empowering my communication skills, how can I go asking others to empower their communication skills? It doesn't happen, right, Nizam? Think. So when you put your 100% focus on that, okay, you develop every positive quality. Once you develop every positive quality, you can communicate everything, okay, to others. When you can communicate, okay, you can see people changing. They may not change instantly, but definitely they carry that wisdom within them through which they'll change themselves someday or the other. So I was surprised when I've seen students, okay, after 12 years we met today, and students were remembering a lot of information what I've told them 12 years back. And they were communicating in English wonderful, and that made me very happy. I hope you understood this. Okay, thank you so much, Nizam, for it. I pray to God, okay, for you to rediscover yourself and transform yourself. So you are surely becoming a butterfly. You were a caterpillar, but soon you are going to be a pure butterfly, wherein the world is going to love watching you, okay, in everything. All the best, man, okay? Take care. Ram, good evening. Thanks a lot for your question, man. How to control anger? It's not angry, man. Anger. Angry is an adjective. So here we need to use a noun, right? Noun is anger. Hey, in order to control anything, okay, you need to understand what is the source of that. That's it. See, when you have a disease, what does a doctor do? He will not try with some medicine. First, he tries to diagnose the disease. So why is that? What is the root cause of that disease? So once he identifies the root cause of that disease, okay, then he tries to destroy that root cause. Once he destroys that root cause, okay, no more disease prevails. The same concept with this also. If you have to handle anger, first you need to understand why you are becoming angry. What's making you angry? See, there are a few things that make you angry. So briefly I'll tell you, just try to understand this. Others are not communicating or behaving in a manner we want. This makes us angry. Others are not communicating and behaving in a manner we want. We want others to communicate and behave in certain manner, and they're not doing it, we become angry. Okay. So now put a question. Why should others communicate and behave in a manner that you want? Why should they? Can you communicate and behave in a manner wherein everyone wants? There are crores of people around in this world, okay? They have their own strategies. They want you to communicate and behave in certain manner. Can you do it? When you cannot communicate and behave in a manner the other person wants, okay, you don't have the right to decide that the other person must communicate and behave in a manner that you want. One. Second question, what you can put up is this, okay? Are they leading their lives or your lives? When they are leading their lives, it's up to them to do or to behave in a manner they want. So it is their life. Let them be the way they want to be. They are doing everything because they love to do it on others. Some kind of negative, look into any negative quality in us and easy to control anger. But start questioning, start in a negative manner. How can I expect other person so many times that call me not perfect, only the God in heaven is flesh with emotions, okay? We can do a lot of mistakes, man. So handle your anger every time it comes, okay? So you can handle it in a better manner. The other thing is, every time what made me angry? Is it the negative thought about others? Or did I condition myself in my mind that the other person must behave like this? Students to sit in the class, okay? And if some back to the class, I don't prospective, or if I'm in a perception that, okay, however they are, okay, in what areas you have conditioned your mind. Behave like this, anger, okay? Answer your question to a certain extent. So Madhu, good evening. How to put wonderful questions. So when, okay, if I'm not having the right question, okay, automatically. So why you change direction? Because there is a direction board which says on road, okay. Questions, you're going to do something, behaving him to behave and communicate in a negative manner. It is his thinking. Because he has some negative thoughts within him, not him. I must love him, but I must hate him. The problem is with his thinking, not with him. He is hurting me, or thinking in my mind is hurting me. So I am the reason for it. When you put him to talk negative about him, the fear that I have towards the complete questions, okay, we automatically change our thinking. But you may ask me, how will I get this right questions, okay? How will you get this right questions? Is go through the lives of biography of an yogi, okay? With a lot of new questions. In the next generation, you will be born so. I'll come and meet you in that mentioned, okay? He said that I look at the world as it is. Automatically, you get the right questions. With the right questions, see, people always act from their a person become matured. If they are not implementing life, okay, when you're not implementing the truths in life, then just understand this. There is no doubt if they are implementing at least one truth in life. So getting up early is good for health. Speak the truth, they never implement it. Keeping up promises, they never implement it. Being honest, okay, you must implement it. To experience maturity in others. When you're not going to experience maturity in others, okay, how would they take right decisions? Right decisions comes from people only when they are matured. And maturity, when they implement the knowledge what they have learned. But how many people you see, okay, who implement knowledge? Everyone is just going to receive knowledge and leave it, okay, but they're not implementing it. But if they're implementing it, they're matured. Once they are matured, okay, they behave with a difference. So when he is not a matured person, okay, even if you tell he is not going to listen to it, okay, but his experience has to change the person, okay. But our duty is to communicate, our duty is to say. See, so when you take classes, okay, you increase the maturity of the person first of all, okay. So you communicate first, okay. What are the disadvantages they are going to get, okay, if they marry a girl at a minor age? What kind of challenges she's going to encounter? You tell it. Probably your knowledge may make him think with a difference, and by thinking with a difference, okay, they may get some kind of maturity. Once they get that maturity, okay, they're going to do something good with their life, okay. But don't feel bad that, okay, they are behaving so, because it's not possible for us to mold the lives of others. if everyone is going to listen to what we are saying, and if everyone is going to follow what we are telling, okay, this world is a whole different place to live in. But that's not going to happen like that. It's difficult to implement ideas, but it's pretty easy to listen ideas, listen to truths. So because everyone wants shortcuts, as I've discussed the first conversation with this today, everyone wants to get things done immediately. So they always look for shortcuts. In the process of looking for shortcuts, okay, they make all these mistakes. But implementing ideas, following the truths, okay, developing ourselves as a human being is not an easy process. It's a step-by-step process which people have to understand and develop. Let's hope. There is a lot of change. See, for example, if you look into the culture of India 150 or 200 years back, just imagine, okay, Sati Sagamanam, wherein a woman was burnt on fire. At least we are not doing that today. Women not allowed to get married, okay, once she becomes a widower. Okay, there is a lot of change in that. So there are a lot of changes. Women were not allowed to educate themselves. Today they are going for education. They were not allowed to do jobs. So even when, what's her name? Jyotibai Phule, I suppose, okay. So when she wanted to go for teaching girl children, okay, she was ill-treated. But today the case is not that. So I think, okay, statistics say that we are going to be in a women-dominated society very soon. Women are more powerful in working than men because they can focus and concentrate on what they are doing more than what men can. So companies are preferring women when compared to men. So more and more women are getting educated. There is 50% reservation in most of the colleges today. Even in IITs, okay, they have given reservation for 50% women because they realize that, okay, they need more and more women in future. So once women become more and more in employment, okay, they slowly take the control of everything. So in future, we may be ruled by them, and in that situation, I think, okay, things will change. So the world is transforming. Let's hope for the best. But if there is an opportunity for you to communicate about it, please communicate it. If you are not able to counsel, okay, there are people in police station, okay, who do that counseling job. You can intimate them. They can even counsel them. It's not like they are not going to warn them. They are not going to put them in jail. They are not going to put a case on them or something like that. They call them and counsel them first, okay. They educate them that it's not good, why and what challenges they are going to encounter. They are going to explain, okay. There is a cell separately for that, okay, which takes care of it. So there is a system, we can look into it. But even after communicating, okay, if they're ready to do it, okay, they're decided. Okay. We can't do anything for the fools. We can't change them, okay. Thank you, Devi, for your question. I hope the question is answered. Thank you so much, guys, for all your questions. I had a good time answering all your questions. So I hope my answers reached you, and you've got your answers. So if not, let's extend it again, okay, and with a different format of that question, and we make that discussion, because you are learning, I am learning, okay, together we are growing, okay. So in the process of our growth, okay, we are looking forward for other person's growth. That's it, okay. Thank you so much for everything. Thanks a lot, friends. Take care.